IKhanWhisper here, and we're picking up with the Let's Play of Sorcery Part 1 and 2, but we're still on Part 1. So, I hope you guys are enjoying watching this series, because I'm having a good time playing it, and I always look forward to the next part. I think it has a cool story, and a lot of freedom to do what you want, and replayability. I'm sure we can go back and play this numerous times and do something different every single time, which is really cool. So here we go. We'll pick back up here, and I didn't even mean to do that, but that's the way we're going now. I meant to right-click and just move the screen, but I guess we're going to down now. The gentle upward slope becomes a steep climb, and you are forced to rest several times. So far, you have been walking through the foothills. Now the journey will become more serious. When finally you reach the summit, and you can look out over the low plateau you have crested, you see the path runs through a small settlement of crudely fashioned huts. And there's some creepy looking people living here. There are villagers out in the street, talking and working. It seems a happy, bustling place. Yep, that's how I would describe this. Happy and bustling. Let's watch. You stay at your vantage point and watch a while longer to see if things change. After a while, you begin to notice something strange about the way the people in the village are moving. First you notice one is limping, then another. Then you realize that they are all shuffling as they move. Some use sticks. One is even crawling. Let's keep on watching. You stay hidden and watch for longer. After a while, you realize that whatever is happening in the village, it is desperate. There is no laughter, no joy. There is no trade or commerce. The women do not walk about, and the men do not watch them. It is like a prison camp. Let's go right on in. These are people in need of a savior. You may not be that man, but you can try. You approach, arms open, to show you are not a threat. But the message is not understood. The villagers see you and panic. They begin to scurry inside their huts, as if you are an army and not a lone traveler. Their bodies are thin and malnourished, and as they disappear through their doors, you notice some are missing limbs. Let's see what's up. You knock on the door of one of the nearest huts. There is no reply. Let's try another one. You approach the next hut. From inside, you hear the murmur of voices, so you enter. The hovel is tiny and poor, with no furnishing of any kind. A small fire burns in the middle of the floor, and by the far wall, a family of 3 cowers from you. Sorry. The woman lifts a shaking hand, as if to hold you back. Wait, what does this do? You call on ape to defend you, okay. What spells could possibly help in this situation? I don't know what would be useful here. Isn't there one for reading somebody's mind? I believe that was a thing, but is it spells in this game too. Oh, what is this? The best spell ever. Okay. Well, we'll just hold out our hand. You put out your hand to greet them, or to greet the man. He shuffles over nervously and grasps it with feeble strength. Are you magical, stranger? Are you not afraid of us? Afraid? Why? Why, he replies. Don't you know? We have the plague in this village. Ah, that's unfortunate. You spring back from him, but it is too late. You can feel the infection on the palm of your hand like a curse. Is there a cure? The man shakes his head sadly. Some say to drink the juice of blimberry, but we have all tried. So much that no berries grow around the village any longer, and we are still alive, I suppose, but we are not well. You take another step back, in fear and regret. You have but a few days. There is no question. You must do what you can for these people. It really wants me to cast a spell, but I have no idea what would be helpful. Oh, a prayer to your spirit will cure the plague. Okay. Well, that was very convenient. Oh, you just have to do ape. Is that? I kind of forget how that works. So, if this cures the town, that will be awesome. Okay, get that A. Where's B? Oh, whoops. We would need an A on this screen. I think that's how it works. But it doesn't look like we have one, which is unfortunate. Why would that be? It looked like it took stamina or something when I opened this up last time. Oh, your spirit is far from you now. So maybe it did cast it. I don't know. Fear overtakes you and you race out of the door and do not stop running until you are clear of the accursed village. Well, that's not what I'm meant to do. I wish there was a thing here. Oh, I took stamina rewind. What the heck? Or maybe not. Is there actually a spell for this? For healing? I don't remember seeing one. Let me just look through this. Don't really see anything like healing. Oh well. Let's just leave then. The people are ill and frail, sick at the very sight of them. You leave the hut and quickly continue until you are beyond the village. So I wish we actually went this way like I was hoping to, but we could always do that next time. The path beyond the village heads downhill majestic waterfall, plunging from a cliff into a great rock bowl. You watch for a few minutes, marveling at how clear the water seems. Then it is time to move on. You follow the track down a steep decline. Okay, and that was a lot of uneventful countryside. We're getting near a big city, though. Some way down the hill, you stop for a rest and sit on a boulder to survey what lies ahead. The path leads downward, and at its foot, cradled beneath or between three peaks, is a village, and quite a large one at that. Behind you, the sun is falling rapidly into the hills. It will be night soon. And let's just keep going through every village we get to. So, the village looks like a good place to stop. You hop down from the boulder and make your way forward. When an overhanging branch touches your face, and you hear a lively chirping. You quickly turn around. Hovering by your shoulder is a small creature, the size of a bird. It is childlike, but very thin, with green skin, and it flits around you on transparent wings. It seems friendly enough. It even lands on your shoulder, its tiny clawed toes pinching slightly. Oh, it's like a weird little, I don't know. Greetings, little creature. And hello to you, the creature replies, chirping. My name is Jan. What do you want with me? See that village, the creature replies. Last time I tried to go through, they told me I wasn't welcome, so I wouldn't mind some protection. What are you? The creature does a backflip and gives a low bow. I'm a Minimite. Pleased to meet you. It reaches out a tiny hand and shakes your earlobe. The creature starts hopping up and down. Come on, it grumbles impatiently. Let's get going, can't we? What can you tell me about the village? You point down the valley. Is it safe? That's Biritanti, and it's very safe. It's the largest village in the whole of the Shamutanti Hills. Every traveler who comes this way spends at least one night there, so it's a little bit expensive, especially for Minimites, but pleasant enough. Where I'm going is dangerous, you warn the creature. You might be killed traveling with me. The creature shrugs. I've got small wings. Can't get far on my own. The creature flits to your other shoulder once more. You're not in any hurry, are you? It observes. Do you want to sleep out in the rough? I guess let's keep going. Well, let's get going then. The creature shakes you by the ear in excitement, and you set off along the path once more. You descend into the bowl of the valley. The hills on either side. Sorry, I got distracted. The hills on either side are toweringly tall and throw the village into deep shadow. It would seem a very gloomy, threatening place, but from the streets come the distant sound of laughter and merriment. So we could sleep outside, or let's see what trouble we get into by bringing this thing there. You continue along the path. The sounds of festivities grow louder. It's almost spooky here in the shade of the valley, and after so long on the dire road, the people in this village seem to be enjoying themselves. See, the Minimite on your shoulder remarks. I told you it was a happy place. Jan, what's going on here? Are they bewitched? Jan shakes her head. No, if there was that? Well, take a look. Jan waves a little hand around the village. The idea is that once a year, the children are allowed the freedom of the village. It is a time of great fun and lots of pranks. It becomes quickly obvious what he means. You pass the first few buildings, where you find a number of children sitting in the street and drinking ale from deep mugs. Further on, a young boy is holding an old woman over his knee and is spanking her. And on the other side of the street, a group of boys is fighting outside a hut with a sign that reads, Glandragor's Tavern. It is all complete mayhem. You stride over to the boy, intending to rescue the woman, but at the sight of your manner and sword, the boy puts her down and gets to his feet. And what are you about? He demands. I'm the leader of this village for today, and I say, get to bed. You laugh at the boy. He is quite clearly enraged and lets up a hollering cry. Suddenly, there are 100 children round you, and not all beggars, but well-fed and armed with sticks and pitchforks. Jan is making a hissing noise in your ear. Better run for it. Should we run, or should we beat up these little kids? Do we just lose money? I guess so. You raise your sword and smack the children away as best as you can without injuring them, but there are too many, and after a few minutes they have you. 5 holding your arms, and 10 your legs. Jan flutters up into the air, hovering above the fray. The group, hollering and cheering, carry you out of town and dump you in the grass, pausing only to relieve you of your gold purse. They race back into the village. One cries, the drinks are on me. So much for that dump. So that sucks. Between curling roots, you find a small place to settle down to rest. Jan perches a little way above on a knot and is quickly asleep. You are tired enough to follow suit, but you are hungry from not having eaten. Wait, I just want to see how much money we did have. I don't think we can go back any further. We done goofed. Okay. Let's just sleep without eating. You rest your head onto your backpack and close your eyes. Perhaps a few hours pass when you wake suddenly, aware of a shadow moving between the tree trunks. It turns as it sniffs the air. A wolfhound. I think there was some spell for wild creatures or something, wasn't there? Let's see. Wait. Law. Law is the one we're looking for. And let's see if we can actually cast something useful this time. Oh, there is some. Oh, here we go. You cast the spell, but strangely nothing happens. But it still cost us the stamina, so that's nice. The wolfhound wheels round. You must defend yourself against him. You draw your sword, the long metal flashing in the moonlight. The beast roars and howls. The wolfhound creeps towards you, jaws dripping and fur shining wet. You raise your sword to defend yourself, fearing the monster will spring. It bounds forward. You are shaken, but unharmed. Dang it. You bring your grip about for a manic blow. The wolfhound drops back. He's defending a lot. You turn your blade around for a vicious attack, but the wolfhound turns tail. The wolfhound goes for your blood. You react on instinct, dodging around a tree for cover. It howls and whimpers. grows weaker. Its snarls get madder. Its snarl gets madder. It is tensing, preparing to pounce. This thing is annoying. The wolfhound charges for your neck. You fling your sword up and knock the beast back, but you cannot hide forever. Maybe I can, though. He's just doing the same strategy. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's rough going. We can do it again. It's just gonna do this little game again. Oh, he did something different. But he only has 2 health left, so whatever. Just be aggressive. You bring your blade about for a wild blow. The blow cuts deep as the wolfhound weakly opens its jaws to bite. You plunge your blade between its teeth and all the way down to its heart. The wolfhound howls, a gurgling, blood-soaked sound, and then it dies. So we're getting it rough here. I think we had a lot of money. I'm kinda the tiniest bit upset about that, but it's okay. And then we cast a spell that did nothing. Okay. The beast defeated, you pause to regain your breath and wipe your sword. Then, once satisfied, you lay down again and try to sleep. Jan flutters down and resettles on your shoulder. Your dreams are filled with walking, with peaks and valleys and endless paths. A curious light plays across them, building walls to heights before ruining them as it moves away. The rest of the night passes silently. I guess we gained some health from sleeping. So forget that down. That was unfortunate. You rise early from your spot beneath the tree. As you gather your things, Jan leaps up and onto your shoulder. Ready to go, he chirps. You rejoin the path on the far side of Baratanti. The sun sits on the horizon like a gleaming jewel. If all goes well, you will reach Dorabani today, the last village in the Shemutanti Hills. After a short climb, the path breaks, heading uphill to the left and downhill to the right. Which way, Jan? To the right is a forest. To the left, the going is easier. The path heads through a field of black flowers to Dorabani. What else do you know? You demand suspiciously. Nothing, protests the creature, and that's a fine way to talk to your guide. I'm not charging you for my advice, you know. You'll get no more from the creature. With Dorabani so close, it hardly matters which way you go, surely. Let's go right. We go right, you decide. Then be on your guard. Jan warns you. You climb a rise. The way is not too steep, and as noon approaches, you have crested the ridge and are descending yet again. You are now at the highest point of the hills, where the trees are thin. The view west goes on forever, and sometimes you catch glimpses of Carré on the northern horizon. We could stop and eat. We do have a lot of rations. That might be a good thing to do. Taking a brief pause, you eat a quantity of your cheese and bread and feel better for it. Then you continue along your path. Jan is in a talkative mood and fills the air around with his chatter about what he can see and how things smell and what he plans to do once he makes his fortune in Carré. You pass from the open hillside into a patch of deep forest. Quite suddenly, Jan falls quiet and hisses in your ear. Stop. Stop now. Why? Because, insists the creature in a tiny voice. Because something is following us. You come to a dead stop. Jan is right. Something Realizing nothing, you call back, "You are quite safe." "It is not I who is not safe," returns the voice. "Who's there?" There is no reply, but the tall, dark figure of an assassin emerges from the trees. He is dressed head to toe in black, and you had not seen him a moment before, even though he had been standing a mere arm's length away. He wields a sharp scimitar in expert's hands. And here's the assassin. We could... I wonder what spell would be useful here. I guess we could look at what letters we have the choice of picking. So C's and W's and K's. I guess that's a good way to judge what you can do. So we can do a lightning bolt, create a wall. What starts with a K? We could zap them probably. We could put up a wall. What else can we do? Do we want to zap them? Spells are expensive though. Let's just fight him and see how it goes. He's interesting looking. Okay, we're both defending. The assassin bows to you, taps 2 fingers against his chest, and readies his stance. You drop into a defensive crouch immediately. The assassin is perhaps the most fearsome opponent you have so far encountered. He covers himself as well. Time to attack. You rush forward with a deep, heavy slash, but the impact clangs against his tuned sword. He grins. Closing his eyes, the assassin murmurs a quick prayer as he sets his stance. You drop yourself into a crouch as he powers forward, but it only tires him out. You are mostly unharmed. Acting quickly, you swing your sword fast in towards his chest, but the blow jumps back off the hilt of his blade. He grimaces with effort. He is left breathless, but otherwise unharmed. "My duty is to sever your head from your neck," the assassin tells you, in a voice as cold as polished marble. "You will not hold me from it." Let's defend again. Oh, we could have beaten that. You whip up your defenses as he tries a deep slice, but you roll out of the way, mostly unhurt. The assassin laughs appreciatively. He spins his sword about to shift the sword across his body. Dang. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Oh, there we go. The trees watch as the battle unfolds. Ruthlessly, you cut and thrust, keeping him pinned. You swing a masterful swipe, catching him as he is off balance. The assassin's breath is coming in short gasps. He closes his eyes for a moment to steady himself. "You will die out here," the assassin says. His tone is like ice. Oh, that wasn't good. We're gonna need to replay this one. We gotta save up here, and he's just doing the tiniest amount of damage to us. But yeah, let's try this again. Oh, wow, it's already not good. He's doing the complete opposite of what he did last time. was pretty good. The assassin is not dead, but lies on the floor, gasping. Then get up, you tell him, holding your sword back, but not putting it away yet. He nods and sheathes his own blade. You are an honorable man. I'm glad to meet you. Now you have saved me. You own me, in part. My name is Flanker, and I am an assassin and a thief. Why did you attack me? It is a simple matter. I pick on wayfarers for practice in hiding and in killing. I assumed you would be no match, especially when I saw your pet. He points briefly at the Minimite, who is currently hiding under a fold in your tunic. But I see I was wrong. He bows his head once, perhaps in respect, perhaps from the pain of his injuries. You are traveling to Carré, he asks. Yes, I go that way as well. I will not travel with you, but once you are there, perhaps I will see you. If so, I will not forget the debt I owe you. I will remember you there. He bows his head again. This time, it is definitely from pain. Go, he hisses. You cannot aid me. No, you reply. I have caused your wounds. I will help you. He grins with gritted teeth. Are you a doctor? I do not think you are. Tearing strips of dark fabric from his clothing, you bind his wounds tightly, and the bleeding lessens. You are too kind to a man who is about to kill you, he murmurs. Let that be your lesson, you reply, as you gather up your things and head out of the forest, leaving him behind. You have a sense that you have made a powerful friend. Okay, and let's call that an episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Unfortunately, I got all our money stolen. Sorry about that. But other than that, I think the story's developing. It's interesting, pretty cool. So leave a like or a comment if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe